Schools are almost back in session. The new school year just around the corner now, less than a week away for many of them in the Treasure Valley. So how do school districts plan to keep their students and staff safe? It is a question pressing on many people's minds.
This past legislative session, Idaho lawmakers approved tens of millions of dollars for schools to improve their security. And Abby Davis talked to two districts in the valley about how they're going to use that money. Abby?
Well, Idaho public schools and public charter schools can use this money to help prepare for any potential safety threats. That includes fires, shootings, bombs, or vandalism. Two local districts say the state money is extremely helpful. Keeping students and staff safe at school,
I think it's going to make a huge difference for us.
Oftentimes takes money. This year, that money is coming from the state legislature. Lawmakers approved $20 million last legislative session for the Idaho State Board of Education's Securing Our Future grant.
And the allowable expenditures are things like fixing doors, fencing, surveillance equipment, fire alarm systems. Nothing flashy or exciting, but just the basic things we need to be able to keep kids safe.
State Board School Safety and Security Manager Mike Munger says there's enough money for each public school and public charter school to get $20,000. Districts have until early October to apply for the money. Boise School District spokesperson Dan Holler says their district got about $860,000.
This will help us improve those older buildings, continue to monitor those safety and security procedures, make improvements where we need to.
Holler says they're hoping to make it easier for schools to communicate with one another in case of an emergency. They're also working on entrances to certain buildings and revamping the alarm and video surveillance systems. It's a similar story with Caldwell-based Valley View School District.
We now have the confidence about who's coming in and coming out of our building. And then we're also focusing on ensuring that there's fencing around all of our schools.
Because these days, both Holler and Joey Palmer say districts can never be too careful.
It comes at a time where everyone sees activity happening around the nation. We all know about it, and we need to address it.
And we're just thankful that we have the funding available to upgrade our buildings and keep our kids safe.
Munger says not all roughly 800 public schools will need this money. That's why districts who already got money can apply again in a few months through the State Board of Ed to see if they can get more funds. Munger also encourages parents to call their schools and ask if their school is participating in this grant and just to see really what their safety plans are for this upcoming school year.
I don't know if you were able to ask about this, Abby, but did they advertise this to school districts, or were they just expecting schools to pay attention during the legislative session to know about this?
Yes, well, Munger said they have about 60 applications already received, and they've given out about $2 million, so there is still a long ways to go.
Yeah.
So that's why they're really trying to get the word out and say, hey, if your district hasn't applied, we still have money available.
Yeah, the story gets the word out. All right,
Yes.
Abby, thank you.